Yo, what's going on, guys? What in the God's green earth is going on? I have spent literally, let's see what time it is as I'm filming this. I've spent 7 hours down a Charlie's video type of rabbit hole today. And I tell you what, I've said this 3 months, ever since I started doing YouTube, that one of these days, somebody is going to uncover something that you can't shake an eye to, that is just going to be so massive and beyond anything that we've ever seen. This whole squeeze is beyond anything that we probably ever will see when this thing squeezes. Okay? When, if this thing squeezes. We all know it's going to. When, if. Proper wording. I'm always using proper wording or improper wording. Long story short, enough joking around. If this all comes true, and it makes way too much sense not to, this is going to be beyond anything that we've ever said. I've always said this. I've always thought this, being around this for 8 months, that there's way more to this than we know. And this whole Bezos thing, Amazon, the rabbit holes, the DD you savages bring to the table out there is beyond mind-blowing. We're going to touch on that in just a second. I don't have much other than I want to get the information that I have found out there that you savage apes did over on the Reddit mobile. I don't care if this touches 3 or 4 people on my tiny little baby YouTube channel here. If you guys have not seen it, unbelievable, to say the absolute, at least. I don't even know what to say. I'm speechless. Okay, let's hop right into it. Good day. Consolidation. Right at that 44 buckaroos. We're up a couple percent almost. Beautiful. Good, good, good. We don't need to touch on this until this thing moons off, but a beautiful all-around day for AM Sizzle. We're at 70%, boys and girls. 69% of the total volume today traded in the dark pool. 41.3 million out of the 59.9 million shares. So we're creeping up. 70%. Let's just call it 70% traded in the dark pool. Hello. This was crazy. Shout out to Jimmy P4 AMC. Jimmy _ AMC over on the Twitter mobile. I have 2 recorded phone calls from city department heads that deal with DRs, depository receipts, and custodial services. Confirms that by law, rules and regs that 3.08b A2 MC34 BDRs at a 6-to-1 converted ratio is 510 million AMC shares being held by them right now. We all mentioned that. I did last week. It's been around, was it last week? Earlier last week, about Citibank holding these. More to come on this story, obviously, but my God, you guys. Let's hop into this real quick. Shout out to Matthew Kors over on CNBC. Let's just play the beginning of this with this dipshit that we touched on yesterday, talking about his breakdown on AMC. We won't play Matt's. Matt's was great, too. He was on there the last part of it. But I just want to say that I'm going to show an article after this on how this guy, that obviously his company or whatever the CEO of this company is that holds AMC, why he's doing this, I still don't know. Okay? And then how in the next article over, you can have somebody that's an analyst say the complete opposite thing. What's the reasoning here, sir? So let's just listen to just a minute of this.
Blockbuster is heading for a thrilling fall sequel. The action around AMC heating up again. And you've got a front row ticket to the action. 2 men with very different takes on where this stock is headed. Matt Kors has some real skin in the game. He's long shares of AMC. He says it's heading higher from here. He, of course, is known as an ape. We're going to hear from him in just moments. But first, let's get to Chad Bain. And he covers AMC at Macquarie Research. Just downgraded the stock to underperform yesterday with a $6 price target. Chad, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Melissa. Appreciate it.
A big part of your note was highlighting sort of the obligations that AMC still has, even despite all its capital raises. Rent is one of them. How big of this issue is it for AMC, and how critical was that in you finally downgrading the stock to an underperform?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, look, for starters, for the past couple of years, we've been bulls on the space. We've been real believers that the streaming and the PVOD won't disrupt this industry. However, what we've seen in the data in the past couple of weeks just tell us that the margins will be impaired fundamentally for these companies going forward. I think it's very difficult for them to get back to the margins that they had in 2019. So to your point, when we look at some of the obligations that companies that we cover have to pay in 2022 and 2023, it was just hard for us to continue to support AMC. We do have a 12 to 18 month target, but yes, it's the obligations that were the crux of our downgrade, and we're projecting them to generate zero free cash flow in 2022. We think they'll generate about 50 cents in 2023.
You guys, you see where this is going, but you also notice how they didn't have Matt and this guy on at the exact same time. I wonder why, right? Listen as this guy's talking, okay? And then look in the background right here. AMC, there's a 1 year chart right there, 530.4%, 44.38. Look at the beautifulness of that chart. Let's listen just a couple more seconds of this guy, and then I'm going to show you what else.
3 but 0 in 2022.
And the data that you're citing that has rolled in the past couple of weeks or so, that's all box office data, because we knew, I mean, I would imagine that we knew what the rent obligations were pretty much for the year well before a few weeks ago.
Yeah, it's the revenue picture. So for the third quarter, we're projecting down 50%. That gets to down 35 in the fourth quarter. But then the big thing for next year, we're projecting down 15% versus pre-pandemic. Prior to this, prior to our downgrade, we're looking closer to levels getting back to pre-pandemic from an admission revenue standpoint.
I respect that this is a fundamental analysis, Chad. That's what you do for a living. You have a model and you got to go with the numbers. But at the same time, do you acknowledge that the stock, even though your model may point to it, may never get to 6, may not actually be an underperform in your universe simply because of the other dynamics going on?
Yeah, absolutely. And, we've been looking at some of the other meme stocks, some of the other options that people could go into. I understand that the technical setup right now is pretty positive, and there's been a lot of people talking about that.
Okay, that's enough of this dickhead. Now, you knew exactly where Melissa Lee was going, and then he says right this, I understand that side of it. This guy's coming on here talking about fundamentals of the company, how it's going to go back to pre-pandemic and rents and monies and... Dude, really, man? I mean, really? So shout out to Matt. We don't have time I'll pop a link in there if you have not seen it there. Matt did a great job in the second half of this interview, but that's all this dickhead's talking about, right? Then you go over to another one. AMC is worth a good deal more at $58, present losses or not. Then you can take this is written today by Mark Hake on Investor Palace here, or Investor Place. Okay, this goes down and tells you why the stock's good, gonna do good, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So this guy, we all know it's a BS. Who the hell's paying him to say this stuff? Why are you holding AMC stock? Why have you upgraded your portfolio over there at 618%? I don't get it. This media is getting wackier and crazier by the day. Unbelievable, you guys. So yeah, you go from this, okay, ignoring everything about a squeeze and all the manipulation, naked shorts, blah, 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 with the queen of naked shorts, to something like this. Just stop. Okay, just please. And then look at this. Did you guys see this? Shout out to Larion07 on the AMC Reddit page. Batman Stonks put this together. Watch this, just 1 minute of this whole thing here. This is just insanity.
Check this. This is January to May volume cycle for AMC. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is June to August volume. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then September cycle 1, 2. You might be looking at this and saying, how do we know this and this is the same cycle, right? So I can do something for you guys. Look at this. I take this and bring down all the way up to here. Copy. Or actually, I'm just going to freaking drag it. And let's put it over here. And you'll see what I mean. You see the 1? Ones, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, 6s, 7s, 8s. Guess where we are right now, guys? 1, ones, twos, and what's to come.
What in the actual? It's like a puzzle piece. If you don't think these computers are just doing all this every day, this algorithmic fucking quant, whatever the hell you want to call all this madness going on, this is just getting crazier by the day. Jigsaw puzzle, putting together jigsaw puzzle pieces. Everybody's calling for a run-up. There you go. I mean, my God. Outstanding. Beautiful. Okay, you guys, shout out to everybody over on Superstonk, okay? Top Hearth right here posted this. Now, this thing, if you go, I'm not even going to go through this, okay? I just want to get this out there. Maybe 3 of you have not seen this. Mind-blowing. I am 7 hours, 7, and I'm not exaggerating, going through, clicking previous posts, connecting the dots, reading, going through all of this. Long story short, this is all you need to read, is the header for this. You guys, you're going to need hours to sit down and seriously go through this. If this all comes, if all of this lines up, which in my opinion I think it does, is beyond anything we could ever imagine, right? But the top of it is all you need to see here. GameStop is exposing the biggest financial crime in history, masterminded by someone you know. Hint, it's not Kenny G or Steve Cohen. Okay? Please, you guys, read this. I just wanted, the whole reason I did this video, I wanted to just go over this outstanding, beautiful piece of due diligence. There's a million links to get you on some previous posts that were done that makes all of this come together. It is beyond any sort of movie, any sort of thing. And I've said this from the beginning. By no means am I taking credit for any of this. The only thing I'm doing with my little channel, you guys, is trying to just share stuff to, even if it's a couple people on my small channel that have not seen anything like this, that are interested in GameStop, GME, whatever it is. All of these meme stops, you guys, if anybody's telling you GME and this side and take this side, no. This is beyond one stock. This is beyond even the meme stocks. There's going to be stocks that come out of this. And wait till you hear the stuff about Sears in here and all. I'm done talking about it. You guys, get in there, read it, give yourself some time, grab yourself a beverage, some popcorn, and start reading, because it's absolutely crazy, right? A couple more and then we're out of here. And then also too, all over Superstonk, you guys, today has been posting about this and the Bezos thing, right? This was pretty crazy here. Shout out to you holiday guests for putting this together on the Superstonk page. But lots and tons of copy and paste, conspiracy, Bezos, blah, blah, blah. This sounds like conspiracy nonsense, provide data, blah, blah, blah. It's the same copy and paste it over and over and over, right? Anything that nobody wants to know, whoever's doing this. And then the original post here, that's why this is a screenshot of this. I'm giving too much of it away. Was taken down, couldn't get put back up, got put back. It's crazy. You guys, it's absolutely insane. So get yourselves over there. Yeah, so that's that one there too. Shout out to them boys over there. And then the last one here, shout out to Kyle D. Superstonk page. This one here, you guys. I tried to buy both Sears and BB on the OTC BB today. I use Schwab and have full access to everything. Highest option levels, futures, etc. I got this error message trying to place my order today. Error. Your order cannot be accepted. This security is accepting close transactions only. D0911. I did some digging and found you get it got posted here as reference SEC Rule 15.2C-11 and realize that they have turned off the buy system wide. I find it hard to believe this is a coincidence. Citadel is about to blow up. They're going to have to close all positions, including decades-old shorts on still listed companies like Sears and Blockbuster, and retail is not allowed to buy these securities ahead and close them out. It's also highly likely that these have been packaged into some sort of LMAYO portfolio swaps that also hold GME shorts. Ken Griffin is not in the country and is likely fled. This is the BOAS. Okay, you guys, this all boils down to both of those. It'll circle you back to this. Make sure you go through it. Grab all the links in there. I can't say enough to these boys over there. Just masterminds. And wait till you see the Ryan Cohn. Okay, I'll shut up. Okay, guys, I'm just excited. That whole thing. And I've thought this in the back of my damn mind. Somebody's going to uncover something that cannot be ignored. And I think that probably it. Okay, guys, love you. Tomorrow's Friday. Remember, we're going to have a long weekend. I don't know what we're going to do. Nobody stroke out over the weekend. We'll do a couple videos, see if we can't dig up some craziness. And that's it. Guys, read that article if you can. You're going to love it. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.